Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 in my Liverpool career mode. Since we left off with that West Brom debacle, you can see right here, this was the we were up two, came down two, and thankfully at least we tied it, but still it was a shit game anyway. Went into the EFL Cup second round, beat Petersborough 5-3. Bellotti got a hat trick in his first full appearance. He came on partway through the West Brom game, didn't score anything, but his first scoring game, he gets a hat trick. So I gotta say, I'll talk more about him later. But then Crystal Palace 3-1 in the division. Origi, Bellotti. I mean, Bellotti's been scoring like mad. Then we have a 1-1 draw at Arsenal. It it was okay. I just couldn't figure out how to get past these guys. Then we have a 3-0 at Bournemouth, 2-0 at Middlesbrough, kicked the shit out of Chelsea. Gotta love it. Another hat trick for Bellotti. This guy, I mean, he's just tearing it up right now. You could see 9.5. I mean, the player of the match, kicking ass. 1-0 at Watford. These guys, for some reason, it's the lower ranked teams that just kill me. But we did squeak past them. It was a 59th minute Lallana goal, and of course Chan misses a penalty, but whatever. Swansea 3-0, and that's kind of where we started running into problems. The tactic just wasn't working anymore. We lost 4-1 to West Ham, lost 3-1 in the EFL Cup fourth round to Chelsea. I mean, it wasn't working. 2-2 tie at Southampton. I mean, it something was wrong, and I was starting to get angry. So we kind of switched up the tactics. I'll show you that in a minute. And look at that, 4-2 at Man City. Well, actually, at Anfield against Man City. Aguero was just all over the place, and I was just happy to come out with a win. Bloody again, and then a 2-0 at Everton in the Merseyside derby away at Everton. So very happy with that one, of course. I probably should have shown you that, but I was deathly afraid we were going to lose, so I didn't want to show you a loss at our rivals. So will be showing you Sunderland. So we will do that today, and then my guess is I'm probably going to go through January and maybe show you the Chelsea. Wow, shit, Chelsea, Watford, West Ham. I hope West Ham just gets crushed since then. We'll see. Somewhere around there, I'll show you another game. But let's get into some of the rest of the transfers. When last we spoke, I showed you we got Keane, Oxford, Rajkovic, Bellotti. I think I showed you that we had Tete as well. But he came in from Ajax. I know I told you that I like to do the DLDR type of player on the bench at least, if not starting. This guy's great because he's also a center back, so we can just play all three backs. Very happy about that. Mauricio Lemos from Las Palmas is another one that came in. He was going to be my youngster center back, kind of the backup of everything. He's done very well so far. 5 appearances, 7.3 rating. I definitely need to give him some more game time, but my biggest problem right now, as I've said it before, is I just have too many players. But I'll show you that in a minute. Jose Gaya came in for 28 million. He has also been doing very well, 7.41 rating in 7 appearances in the Premier Division, 2 assists. He's definitely the guy that I'm glad I picked up. I'm very happy I picked this guy up. Moreno is still getting fairly good ratings, but every time I see him play, I am just not very happy with what I'm seeing. So, and Murillo is one of those players that I had tried to get him, or if you've seen my FIFA career mode, I went for a player called Ridevald. I also tried to get him in this one because I believe he turns out fairly decently, but Ajax wasn't they weren't having any of it and they wouldn't give it to me. So and I ended up with Murillo. And at the last day, transfer deadline day, I had him kind of hanging by a thread. Do I need him? Do I not need him? And in the end, I just pulled the trigger. I said, sure, yes, let's take him in. We definitely have too many center backs right now, which is the problem. But Oxford is happy with a cup role, so he's gone down to the under 23 squad. Or if he hasn't, he will now. Let's see, where is he? Oxford is not here, so he's got to be in the under 23s. Yep, there he is. So he's in the under 23s. Um, you can see it. It doesn't actually look like a big squad, but I've got Joel Matip, Lemos, Murillo, Sacco, Tete, and Gomez. Gomez, I might move down to the 23 just to get him some game time down there. He has sat in. He's made one appearance for us, so he definitely needs some more game time. So we will. I'll probably move him down. So overall, let's see general info. No, let's see selection info. You can see our biggest goal scorer is Bellotti. I said in the previous episode of this career mode, I wasn't happy with what I saw of Bellotti. He wasn't really pulling his weight. He was getting good ratings and some nice goals, but in preseason at least. But it was kind of like Moreno. What I was seeing on the gameplay just didn't add up. He wasn't getting into position like I wanted him to. But since then, he's been cruising. 13 appearances, 10 goals, 3 assists, 7.34 rating. This guy has been phenomenal, and I'm very happy with the purchase so far. Unfortunately, that leaves Ings out of the picture. I do have Sturridge up top as well. Ings has had one appearance off the bench. He didn't do very well. I want to move him either on or down to the under 23 so we can play more, but he's not very happy with it. I tried it once. He said, yeah, I don't know why the hell you moved me down to the 23s, so we'll see. Everyone else is doing fairly well. Let's see. Top goal scorers, Sturridge obviously with 5. So Belotti's been doing well. Sturridge is doing fairly well. He hasn't gotten injured a couple times. Just minor things though. My biggest problem right now, like I said, I've got too many players. A lot of people have come to me and have already said they're pissed off, they want more game time. Sacco said that, Leva, Lalana, Coutinho, all have come to me and said, you know what? This isn't happening. I need more game time or else. Leva's the only one that I had transfer listed in that group. I think actually Milner too. Milner kind of came to me and said that he was a little unhappy. So Leva, I wanted to move him on. He didn't go on, so I gave him some game time anyway. Then of course he gets injured, but that's his problem. I'm happy. I've got so many midfield. I've got so many defenders. It's just the problem that I'm having right now. But I've got to push on for another month, a little, and then some, and then we'll see how January comes around. Maybe I'll see if anyone wants Leva, if anyone wants Milner. So we'll see. Tactics. Basically, the MU right here is out. I have not used it since we started getting crushed. I did find on Facebook, I belong to a FM Central Facebook group, and someone had posted this. It generally it's a 4-3-1-2. It worked very well. Wanted for Man City. I knew they were going to be a little tougher, so in the end, I moved Leva down, and it became a 4-1-2-1-2. And very happy with this. I've always liked having a defensive midfielder in there. My biggest problem is that I don't really have a big place for Mane and the wingers out wide, and it's kind of a problem for me. But at the same time, we're winning again, and I don't want to screw with it. I don't want to mess up and start losing again. So I'm going to keep it the way it is. Mana can play striker, as you can see. We will see how it goes from here for the next month or so. We'll just keep playing with this tactic. I may, for lesser teams, I may move Leva's position up, the DM position up into the central midfield and see how that works. So that's what we're using right now. I still have this 4-2-3-1. I've read that it's not a very good tactic and that the 4-4-2s are definitely a better tactic to use in FM17. The 4-2-3-1 don't seem to work all that well. At least maybe people just haven't found a good way to get it to work. So this is not the Dominator 2. It was just one I found on Facebook and I just renamed it the Dominator 2. I will probably rename it later so I actually understand what it is when I'm loading it up for the next save, but we'll see. But MU, I kept it around simply because we've gotten some wins. I mean, some of these wins up here are from that tactic, but in the end, the Dominator 2, whatever we're going to call it, is probably going to be the one that we're going to be using from here on out. One thing to note, when you see this screen, the tactical screen from your assistant coach, in my tactic that I'm using now, I do not listen to anything he says. In general, I probably should, but this tactic seems to be working, like I've said, so I don't listen to anything he says. And that also goes for when you go for the player management during the game itself or right before the game. I don't do anything. I don't have anyone tackling anyone else hard or pressing down. I just leave it the way it is. I leave it blank and see how it goes. Ben Woodburn has been tearing it up as well. Who else? Oh, Moise Keane is not in there. Oh, he plays for the 23s. But look at how he's progressing. Next season, I definitely need to get him into the team. So let's get into the Sunderland game. As you can see, we are sitting in second right now, and with still a game in hand, so we can at least go top for a little while. Chelsea, depending on, well, they've got to get at least 5 goals differential. So Sunderland, on the other hand, are down in 13th. -4 differential, 14 points. So let's kick on. I have faith in you. That's what I always do. That did not do a thing. So let's get into this game. There we are saying our hellos. I don't know what I'm pointing to. This is a cute little set of screens. Really doesn't do much for me. It's cute. It's a nice little touch. But again, this FM17 is all about the cute little touches. There's not really a whole lot of big changes that they've made, which I find a little bit annoying. Lana shoots it over. Now Defoe's the one that's going to be the problem. Oh, thank God. And immediately the ball teleports back to the line. Ooh, Defoe's injured. I can't be happy with an injury, but hey, if Defoe gets out, I'm not too unhappy with that. Mignolet, oh my God. Look at that save. Mignolet has not done that at all this year. It's got to be for you guys. Oh, Manquillo, I wish he was still there. Okay, Leva steals it. Up to over to Sacco to Murillo. And then it's gone. Come on, people. Get the ball back. I am not losing to Sunderland. Really? Is that all you're going to do is pass it back and back and back? Jesus. Let's get it up the pitch. Let's get a good highlight. Come on, give me something. Yeah, we suck at set pieces. Really? Can you get a ball? Okay, well that's 2 of them injured. Maybe by halftime they'll have made all substitutions. So it's been a very boring game. Wow. Yeah, nobody is listening keenly. You weren't that bad, but you can do better. I mean, how are they getting so many attempts on goal? Fudge. We've had the possession. 8 shots. Okay. This is getting boring. Who is not up to par? Sadio Mane. Let's get Belotti in there. Wijnaldum. Henderson, really? Who else? Let's confirm those two and see if that does anything. I go yellow. That was a bad one. He comes off anyway. I have not been impressed with Leyva this season. Jesus, come on. Pep talk. Show some fucking passion, people. Can we get just a goal? One goal. I just want a goal. Klein's been all over the place. He's been picking up player of the match, running around. He's got one of the best overall ratings in the league. Come on, Klein. Oh. Passes it off to Lana, to Chan. Back to Chan. Gaia gets it and just shot with shit. What the hell are you doing? Who else? Henderson is all the way back there. What am I doing? Continue on for Henderson. Emre Can, please calm down. And he gets a yellow. What's funny is previously we've been playing a bunch of games with this tactic and getting no yellow cards at all. And we actually were praised because of the fact that we were the lowest in the league of yellow cards. And now all of a sudden we're getting them like crazy. Come on, get your shooting boots on. We're gonna fucking tie this game, aren't we? Like, what was that? That's one thing about the 3D engine. Sometimes you have no idea what's going on. Fucking pathetic. Fucking pathetic. That put was not good enough. We could have come out first. When you got a 7.3 player of the match, that's sad. Well, ladies and gents, that game sucked. That was not to be. We're stuck in third place. Chelsea won their game. Sunderland, I don't know how we lose to you, but we did. So I'm going to call that a wrap. Again, what I'm probably going to do is play the next set of games. Maybe I will get a match in before the transfer window opens, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I would like to get some transfers under my belt. I know that there are a couple of players that I'm looking at. We'll see how it goes. So we'll see if I pick it up again or have another episode before the transfer window opens, during, or right after, so I can just go over all the players I've gotten. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope you have had fun watching me screw the pooch yet again. I'm hoping this doesn't become a trend in the games I play. At least it's a tie and not a loss, but little things like that. So stay tuned for the next episode, and we will see where it picks up, and enjoy.